Oh my goodness, it is so good to see you guys. Happy Saturday and welcome to our first call for the Château Reiki retreat. I am so excited to have you here. And more than anything else, some of you already know Rob, but you do not know the delicious Isabel. So I'm super glad that you're going to get a chance to meet with her this morning, and we'll get an opportunity to sort of share all the events that are coming up, what's going to happen when you're there, what are you going to eat, what are you going to do, where are you going to sleep. And then we'll also, we'll share a little bit about the room so you can get more information on that. You can choose your room today and sort of lock that down for the one that you want. And then at the end, we'll have a little Q&A and you can ask all your burning questions. So, but of course, at any time, if you need to drop down into the chat, you want to put something down so that you remember it, by all means, let me know. And there we go. But beyond that, so good to see you. So I'm going to turn it over to Rob and Isabel and just say hello. So good to see you guys. Now, tell us where you are, how you are, who are you, and why are we making this fabulous thing all together?
Ladies first.
Hi, yeah.
Ladies first, and everyone, not everyone, but most of you know me, but Isabel?
Yeah, so I'm Isabel. I'm Rob's partner, and we live here together in Switzerland, in Zurich. And we have been organizing retreats for years together now.
Yes.
So we live and work together, also with our dog, Fute, who's not joining us today.
Where is he?
And yeah, what shall I say? I'm super excited. So many people joining. Hi, everybody.
No, it's beautiful that everyone's here today.
Hi. I said that I'm Isabel, Rob's partner. Some of you might have met Rob, but maybe you haven't met me. Or
all of you, actually.
All of you, yeah? Oh, great. So yeah, I'm Isabel, and together we've been working for 8 years now. We have been working together, and we organize retreats. And this is a super exciting new kind of retreat for us.
Yeah, because we normally organize retreats like for corporate teams in not like this. This is the first time we do something like this. And yeah, we're very much looking forward to it. And because we have much more time to deep dive with people and time to do other stuff that we don't do in the corporate retreats, unfortunately. I would like to, but we're getting there. We have been forest bathing sometimes already.
I know, bringing forest bathing to the corporate retreat. Holy cow, watch out.
Yeah, but yeah, we're getting there. Yeah. So, and I'm excited that Isabel is also there, because for me it's cool to have you on board, and I'm going to be run around and taking care of like that everything is kind of working, and Isabel is mainly taking care of food and drinks.
That's my passion.
That's her passion, and it's very special as well. So yeah.
From day one, when I started running retreats back in 2015, food was always a big thing for me, because usually when you go somewhere, the food is like, if you go there with a group, it's not going to be nice. And if you have some special requirements, you're going to feel like, I'm sorry. And so I flipped it around and made it like all special. It's the same for everybody, just catering to the person with the most requirements and then adjusting it as we go. So it's been a lot of beautiful vegetables. I always check out all the markets, and I check out whatever is closest there. It's always a lot of color. Everything is fresh and it's seasonal, and
she loves ottolenghi.
I love ottolenghi, but I also really look into what makes people feel good, because I mean, usually our guests, they have to work on their computers coding. But in this case, you will also be doing very subtle work. So you need to feel your best and light, and your spirit needs to be nourished by the food, and you don't want to go into coma.
No.
Not necessarily. So maybe trance, but not coma.
We even developed we even developed a name for it and called it like functional happy food. So happy food because of all the fruits and vegetables like this, and light, and functional because you still want to be able to do stuff, to do work.
And that said, we're still in France, huh? We still will have the croissant. There will be cheese as well at your discretion. There will also be wine. We're not bringing in barrels, but just bottles. So it won't be too much. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. But you can always sneak off to another vineyard nearby.
Well, that's the good thing, right? We're going to be close
Yes.
to a really beautiful market town. We're going
Yes.
to actually take a day where one of the experiences that I'm really excited to share with everyone is not just the exposure to this remarkable medieval market town, but also really using that opportunity to engage with the colors, to engage with the smells, to become really, really present. So we'll do some like presencing practices before we head into the market town. And then that way, when you're choosing the cheese or the beautiful charcuterie or the beautiful thing, and then also kind of getting some ideas about food to bring home, there could be this really lovely engagement with what our dear Isabel is going to be prepping in the kitchen. And then, of course, if anybody's into like the food dance party, there's a giant kitchen to accommodate. I know
yes.
Anne's about the like dance party, so we can
And
do
you're
the
also always
combination.
welcome to join me in the kitchen to just hang out there with a cup of tea. There's no responsibilities. You can just hang out there and join me
And I want to
shopping.
just add something to you. Like Isabel is also a yoga teacher for 20 years now, and oh no, 15 something.
Yeah, 15.
15. And also she's also a Reiki for 20 years.
Yeah.
So she knows, what we are like all about talking about or interested in. She also knows this. So yeah.
Yeah. But here my practice is nourishing via food and
Yeah.
ambience.
Yeah.
Love that. And that's also what's really important too, is that really highlighting and amplifying everyone's beautiful, unique personal gifts. I mean, that's kind of one of the it's one of the keystones of what we are really talking about and really inviting for people is what is your heart? What is your mission? What is your plan? What is your dedication? And what is that you're really here to serve? Because that gives this opportunity for you to experience it experience it in community, but also to really perhaps discover another aspect of it that had been latent or something that was really ready to be evolved. So in this kind of heightened environment, the idea is to really let things rise to the surface so that they become, so present and practical and workable for you. So we will be doing a lot of intuition games, a lot of things to kind of heighten and brighten your knowing. We will also be working obviously with the Reiki energy, doing some Kundalini practices every morning that will be involving breath and movement and meditation so that can build over the week as well and kind of start your day off. I know not everyone wants to get up and do yoga in the morning, but for those of you who do, it'll just be sort of like a gentle practice to kind of get the energy going, because this is really about the energy, which is why the food is so important, the space is so important, the land is so important, and the context of where we will be in this land is so important. And then of course, obviously, you guys, the community is crucial. You become the beating heart. And for those of you who've been doing the Reiki calls and been doing the groups with me for a while, the community starts to create this beautiful bubbling essence of energy. And that is what we want to amplify and highlight, like polishing a gem to a really beautiful sheen. So that's also why I'm so excited to be doing this with Rob and Isabel, because their depth and practice of really holding space for large groups is unparalleled. These two are remarkable pros, and it's just an honor and a treat to be building this with you guys.
Thank
Same.
you. Same
And
here.
more.
Same here. But speaking of the land, I mean, the Château is so beautiful. We also fell in love. We are going there tomorrow again to prepare some stuff already. And we've been there in December for 4 or 5 days already. And it's so perfect for us because it has like its own park, and it's completely, yeah, it's solitaire. Like there's no other people or buildings and there's even like an old wall. It doesn't go through. It's kind of rotten but it's really like a closed precinct and very, very beautiful.
It's Wonderland.
Yeah, it's really Wonderland.
It's Wonderland.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought was so fascinating. The woman who purchased the chateau she has renovated it beyond, I mean, absolutely beyond, but she's a Swiss architect, but she was a landscape architect. So when she bought the land, it was because she fell in love with this magical land. Can you tell us a little bit more about her and her vision and why this has become such a passion project for her?
So her name is Sibyl, and she's from Switzerland, and she's about, I don't know, 50 or 60, maybe
I
60.
think she's in her 60s, but she's very good looking.
Yeah, and she's a landscape architect, and she made her master on parks of castles. That was her master thesis, and then yeah, I don't know how she came there, but she found this place, and the park was not in such a good shape, so she wanted to rescue the park actually, and you can really see it because the castle from the inside it's really it's renovated beyond it's very nice, but not
in the detail. It's
yeah,
not like glam,
it's
but
not
it's just
glam.
like when you look at the details, you go like, oh my God, you thought of all that, and you really hired this very person, the last person who can do it, and you got them here, and you made this really super great with this person to create something extraordinary in the spirit of the last owner.
It's
in
not
its
Disney.
philosophy.
It's not
like,
Disneyland. It's
you know,
really it's real. So she went to Sweden and to print the original wallpapers from 1700 and to bring the
Wow.
original wallpapers back. So stuff like this. So it's not the glamorous stuff. It's like the perfection and the details she did and the craftsmanship. So it's really nice. And from the outside, it's still not renovated, but inside it's perfect. But the park is in very good shape, and
the park.
and yeah, she has a son. The son is also there. He is a farmer. He did really like the apprenticeship, the training for being a farmer, for being able to having his own land. So he want to do this, and he's doing a lot with permaculture, as we are also doing. So the next generation is her son in his maybe 30s and end of 20s, who's also there. And yeah, she has 2 or 3 horses, but only one with which she can ride. The other ones are very old, they're just there to hang out. And she has a beautiful dog, like huge, nice dog.
Young, wild, and free.
Yeah.
She's always running after him, taming him.
Yeah.
But he's a beautiful soul. He really is.
So, and she was very open to us. I mean, I wrote her, hey, can we do a retreat there? And she was very open and welcomed us very warm. And she's a very good
she's a
host.
fantastic host.
Yeah.
She's just incredible.
Yeah.
Just imagine she writes handwritten Christmas cards to all the people who ever stayed in the chateau.
Yeah.
Wow.
Found pen on beautiful paper, a beautiful art print. It's the hallway.
That's that attention to detail again, really. Like,
and also she goes out to the park and she forages the flowers that you will find on the table. Every room has their flowers and everything.
That's her writing. So it's beautiful. And that's the card of
that was Christmas.
That's the park of the chateau on Christmas.
That's so thoughtful.
So yeah, she's very thoughtful, very much into details. So I very much fell in love with her.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go back because it's just the experience is unique. You will not find many places like it.
Tomorrow there is a golden Easter egg search in the park, which we will miss, but come for dinner. So
now, one of the other things that you had said that I found so fascinating and beautiful, can you talk about the grotto on the property, the Divine Mother Grotto? I mean, come on.
We can talk about it, and we can also show pictures.
Please.
That's a Maria grotto from 1800 something. But not only speaking about the grotto, it's built from the first owner. He was a special guy as well. He was like bringing the first railways in the region. And he built the chateau in about 1800, but he built it like kind of a little bit in the medieval, like 1600. This was his inspiration, was the 16th century. So on the website you can see the tapestry. Or the
hand-painted tapestry,
hand-painted
background
tapestry.
Also of the newsletter. That's the tapestry in the dining room.
There you see him and his wife, and they are dressed in 1600 clothing because that was their spleen back in 1800. They like to pretend to be in 1600. So it's like we were and the clothing from the 90s again. And he was like, he wanted to have a place with all the stuff from 1600. So they had the grotto, because this was also back in the days, it was very common in Europe that you had a chateau and you had a cave there. And the larger chateaus, they even had an eremite living there who was paid from the chateau owner to live there, that when he has tours with his friends or whatever, or with his business partners, then there's an eremite living there. So there's also...
So that would be like a hermit, right? It's like someone who is like meditating in the cave. They would actually have their own hermit in residence.
But there's this grotto, and it's a Maria grotto.
And leading up to it, there's maybe 50 or 100-meter long rose tunnel.
Yeah,
so you go through a tunnel of roses
trellises.
into Maria's, trellis, exactly. Into
crazy.
Maria's grotto. It's not big, but maybe I think like 7 or 8 people can easily stand in there.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff on the precinct. He was also like, actually the road was going in front of the chateau, the main road kind of, because there was a post road dating back to, I don't know, 1100 or so. And he was like, no, it's not good. I don't like this. And he put the road like around the chateau. He was like, he had some influence. And so now there's an alley in front of the chateau, which is not the road anymore, but an alley. And he liked to ride with his horse.
To gallop
through this alley to pick up the clients,
welcome his guests.
friends. Yeah, welcome his guests. He was riding.
We will try and do that for you.
Yeah, Sibyl is doing. Sibyl is doing. It's crazy, but we love it. So, and yeah, he like the original owner. He was like this, and she is trying to bring the place back to what he envisioned, and
continue it in the same philosophy into the future with the same spirit.
Yeah,
which will sometimes lead to different decisions that he would have been taken in his time, but the spirit is the same. So
it's very it's a special place with a special history and a special host.
And there's so much to discover. There's a, what do you call it, apiary?
With a place for bees.
A huge place, because his wife was passionate about bees. Beautiful murals of plants and bees, and they're rebuilding this now to really host bees again. Yeah, we're gonna tell you more about it over the coming weeks, and we're gonna show you more pictures of all the things to see in the park as it now goes through the year.
Yeah, that's what we're planning to do, is to create some content, to make some photos and videos for you guys that we can share afterwards. Like in the 5 days we are there, we try to make as many videos and photos as we can to better show you how it is there.
Thank you.
Speaking of not just the history of the chateau and the lands and how it's been sort of loved through the centuries, which is, of course, you know, as Americans, it's very romantic to think about this lineage. But the land that we are in, this particular region of Southwest France, is also a remarkable place of great history. This is Cathar country. For any of you who've ever done any sort of study about the Cathars, the practice, the religion that was basically wiped out by the Northern French lords and the Catholic Church as a way to steal the land and, you know, bring everyone back into the fold. So there's a lot of deep history there. And as well, I don't know if you guys are, I'm a deep like sort of archaeology and buff of this, but there have been a lot of bones recently discovered in all sorts of different parts of France, from Neanderthal grave sites, Neanderthal sort of cave sites. And we happen to also have a day trip that we'll be taking you to a really, really powerful cave called the Caves of Neo. Can you guys speak about that? Because this is one of the premier Paleolithic cave sites to go in and see the ancient cave paintings that still exist, that you can actually visit, that are not sort of blocked off.
Yes. So the Les Grottes de Nio and La Salle Noire are the last actual cave that you can see in original. Because Lascaux and Altamura in Spain, they have, for conservation reasons, they had to be closed, and you're now visiting a copy. But here we still see the original, and they do this in a very kind way. So in a small group, just us, we're gonna be guided into the cave It's around like a 20-minute walk in the dark with just headlamps.
Oh,
You can really experience it, and it's goosebump territory. It's a
It is.
moonscape because it's a cave that is well formed by drops, and then at the end you come into this round space, and then you're in the dark, and then the guide is starting to just show you the images like people would have seen them back in the days, because they didn't use headlamps and they didn't use any other sources of light. So they painted in complete, not in complete darkness, but with very little light for a long time. And
And
it's
the special thing about it, if you're thinking about spiritual practices, they don't know why they did it, because nobody ever lived in these caves. So there was not people living in there or hiding or whatever. It wasn't used for living. It was only used for this purpose of these drawings. And they are only at the very, very end of the cave. So nobody knows why they are there and what's the meaning of them.
yeah, and it now takes 20 minutes to walk there, but that's only because the access has been improved. So for people back in the days, it would have taken hours to really get to the very back of this cave and to create these artworks that are really fascinating. And we're gonna have the possibility to really be there by ourselves and spend some time there to create our own experience and really feel how we resonate with the space and how we can connect to the work that has been done there. Nobody knows what exactly was the purpose. We can connect to the energy that was brought there.
and thank you for saying that. And that's really, again, one of the big parts of this practice is when we come with who we are today, but we connect with the land, we connect with the ancestors, we connect with the energy of the intention of what has been laid there. It can start to not only open up some of our own ancestral genetic lineage and history, but it can also open up deep memories. It can awaken healing. It can help us to maybe even let go of some stuff we didn't realize we were carrying. Sometimes we carry things through our family lineage, through, that sort of, we talk now about generational trauma. We also carry generational gifts. And sometimes, a lot of times, I just did a session yesterday with a woman, and she was really tapping into another timeline. Kind of sounded like France on some level. And she was this healer, and she was this, she called herself an interpreter of the plants. So the plants would connect with her, and then she would interpret their meanings for the people in the village and the community. So these types of gifts can also be passed down. So when we're exposing ourselves, literally opening ourselves in these deep places of trust, these deep places of connection, these deep places of being held, and knowing that all of this is opening us up because it's timely for us to be there. No one is going to be there who's not on time to be there, right? Like, this trip is for those who are deeply called to investigate at this level. It is singular, it is unique, and this is not the common in the everyday, which is why I'm like unbelievably excited and honored to be doing this with you all. So I know we had some sort of ideas about, we talked about the food, which is going to be phenomenal. We are going to be doing a day trip to Market Town, a medieval market town. Is it Foix? Are we going to be going to Foix? Is that the one? Or is it
We're going to explore now as we're there.
Perfect.
Because there's 2 or 3 that could be the one that we're going to visit. So we're going to explore.
We have seen already.
Mirepoix.
Mirepoix we have seen already.
And then there's Saint-Chiron, which is a bit more in the mountains.
Perfect.
And it's funny because it's all the same distance from the castle. That's also very funny, because everything you want to go is 50 minutes from the castle. So it's like, doesn't matter the market we go, it's the same distance.
Beautiful. So yeah, we'll get those explorations as well, and little shopping for those who want to get some retail therapy, but as well, like, to really have food, have the time, walk around with the basket, get the flowers, really feel what it feels like to be in that space. Also, we've been talking about our fabulous rooms in the chateau and the space. Do you want to bring up a couple of images of the layout or the places, just so that kind of can go in people's minds? I know we have a couple of static pictures on the website, but it's always easier when we can sort of see what everything looks like kind of as a layout. Thank you.
Oh, let me see. And you're going to have to tell me what you can actually see. Is it big enough for you?
So,
On your phones, it's going to be really hard, huh?
so for folks playing along at home, at the top of your screen, you may have a view options, which you might be able to kind of like make it bigger. But that looks big enough on my screen. I can see it beautifully. So, yeah.
Okay. Sorry for the scrolling.
These
Yeah.
are chateau chambers, like
So,
chambers in the.
so these are in the chateau. The rooms you're showing us now are ones in the
Yeah,
actual.
there are
Château has
5 rooms in the chateau. No, six rooms in the
there's a
chateau.
secret room in there.
And then there's another house, Maison du Métayer, which is also beautifully renovated. Yeah, what should I say? It's like always this very, very nice colors and warm and comfort style. And then what she does is like putting like 60s furniture in everywhere. So the lamps and the chairs and the sofa, they're all from the mid-century area.
That's cool.
Some are older.
Some are older and or from Swiss designers. So yeah, if you're into design, you're going to like it. If not, you just feel comfortable.
What she did was really separating the original building from what is inside. So we always try to give future generations the option to remove all that she put in there and just keep the chateau as it used to be.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is a tour. Now we're gonna like go into the chateau and we're gonna enter the tower and we're gonna go up 2 flights of spiral staircases. And before you enter on the 2nd floor, you're gonna look up to the ceiling and you're gonna see a painting of stars. And then you come into this hallway, big hallway, and as you go down the corridor, there will be a set of doors. And that's the chambre de madame, which we see here. So it was really Madame's room, which has 2 dressers in the back. You see those doors in the wall. So that's wardrobes. And there's another of these doors hidden to the right side of the picture. And this will take you to the very special bathroom of Madame. Here you see that the appliances are like in the center of the room. So there's the tower above. It goes up all the way and you have beautiful play of light through these tiny.
Yeah, where you see the red light, this is a tiny little window where they could shoot out. And
the arrow slits in the original tower.
Yeah, and she put a red, or maybe it was original, but it's like a piece of glass, and so it's beautiful light. You cannot capture it on a photo, but it's amazing. So,
well, also, I just really want to highlight, because this is a historical building and these historical buildings cannot have certain elements changed. You can't poke things into the walls or rip out things. She designed it in such a way as to preserve the integrity of the authenticity of the room, but put all the modern conveniences like in that tower in the center in order to give everything that you want. I think that is such beautiful, beautiful design. And I love that you were saying when you're in this bathroom is a tower. You look up like 20 feet or 30 feet, right? Like it's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a really special room.
Oh my God.
And yeah, you're right. So there is the historical part, and then everything she brought in is high quality stuff, very comfortable. So you have all the comfort you can have, but in a very historical setting, which is great.
And also in a
drawing hot water buckets from the kitchen.
no.
You can if you like.
The pressure of the shower is fantastic. Oh yeah, you can bring the ice buckets in, but I mean the shower is immaculate, the bathtub is immaculate, the towels are just
That's
creamy.
what we meant with details, because
so is all the
we have been building and running retreat places and hotels also in like our careers in the last 20 years. So we know about these details. And if we would build a place, it would be exactly like this.
Yeah, she sources everything as local as possible. So she really does it all. Everything that we could wish for. Okay, I get lost. So then next door is Chambre de Monsieur, which is a little bit smaller.
It is smaller.
But it also has a beautiful claw-footed bathtub.
Yeah, we have been staying in this room last time, and how is this called?
The shower curtain.
The shower curtain is also it's not just a shower curtain.
No, it's lace trimmed.
Yeah, it's beautiful and it has like, it's just.
And then we have.
You know, it's beautiful when people are excited about the shower curtain. I mean, come on.
The shower curtain.
Shower curtain
incredible.
is
now we're missing one.
I've never seen a shower curtain like this before.
And there we have La Suite du Fils, which is a little bit apart. It's on the side. As we went up the spiral staircase, there was one door going off to the side, which leads to this dark blue room, which is the living room of La Suite du Fils. And this is the bedroom of the son,
Yeah.
which
The
has a lot of
Fils is the son's,
windows.
chamber. Yeah.
Yeah, Le
Like
Fils is the son.
Madame, Monsieur, it's clear. And then the funny thing is Madame has the bigger room than Monsieur. And
Because she has more clothes.
yeah, and
Of course.
the son has the even bigger. He has the suite, you know.
Well, because he's the one who's going to carry the lineage. So, you know, we have to
Yeah,
take
he needs to find a woman, so that's why he has the biggest
He was
suite, you
able
know?
to invite her over
Yeah,
back in
yeah,
the days.
yeah,
back in
of
the
course.
days, you sneak her up the back staircase.
Not so sure.
Not so sure.
Not so sure.
So
I don't have
you
to.
can share the staircase.
Oh yeah.
So this is the staircase, and they really they
Oh,
painted
that's the
the
ceiling. Look at that.
so special. I mean, you don't have to do this. This is just extra on top of it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And as every room, the Suite du Fils also has its ensuite bathroom. This one has a really lovely shower, very spacious.
So this is the
These are the
second floor, right?
Yeah, no, it's not. These were the first three. So as you will be seeing on the website, when you look at the rooms, this was the first batch that was mentioned, like the deluxe rooms, these three. And then we continue. They're also on the second floor. Here is
That's so nice.
Fleur de Lis,
Mm.
also with this hidden door, and there's a closed toilet. It has a door, it's completely closed behind, and there's a shower here, and then you have the lavabo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
nice. This is very
actually
special.
one of my favorites
Yeah,
is
for
La
sure.
Chambre d'Armoire, which has this very special printed
Armoire means
wardrobe.
wardrobes or
It used to be the place where they stored all their luggage, all the clothes.
For everyone in the house, and now she made this room, like she kept the cupboards and used them for a toilet and shower, but also for storage and for
A lot of storage.
for reading or whatever. It's
And
very special.
this is actually the wallpaper that was printed on the
One of them,
1700s machines.
There's only one machine in Europe, which is in Sweden, that can still print these.
And I personally think the picture doesn't do the room justice. It is so atmospheric.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to get lost. I'm going to continue to La Salle d'Armoire. Oh, actually, this is a deluxe room. No, this is, yeah. Okay, you're going to see it. This is La Chambre d'Armoire, La Salle d'Armes, which has several rooms to it.
Yeah, also nice bathroom.
It has in the back here, you can see this door which leads into another tower, and the tower is just your dressing room.
And the bathroom is outside, right? That's the
you leave
yeah.
the room and go down the corridor, and then this is your bathroom again in the tower.
You don't share it. This belongs to the room. So it's another tower.
It's like you have a little suite of spaces there that's all connected for this private room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and there you can see again the wardrobes, the chambre.
Yes.
It's so nice.
Who are we missing here? Are we missing one? No, that's all of them.
Fiction.
This shouldn't be here because this is actually in the Maison de Métayer, which is over here. So in the Maison de Métayer on the...
Like this were all the rooms in the castle now.
No, I don't have it.
And then we have another house.
In the Maison de Métayer.
And also, as I just want to say, there are actually 3 houses, but we decided to only use 2 of them because we didn't want to create the retreat like from the size or how many people can be there, not too big. So we are aiming for 16 to 20 people only, and that's why we only use these 2 buildings to keep it as
intimate
small
and connected as possible. Yeah. And one of the things that you know, I remember the first time I went to a European castle, I always thought like a castle was like a building, but it's not. A castle is actually like a plaza. So oftentimes it's the other buildings that were, you know, adjacent to the castle where you'd have the granary or where you'd have like other salons. Yeah. So you'd have the plaza of these other buildings next to the main.
Yeah.
On the left, you see the Maison de Métayer.
Of the Maison de Métayer. So it's not far away. It's really just over the square.
Yeah. I mean, in the old days, these would have been all like oftentimes connected as
Exactly.
well. Yeah, exactly. You can see it here.
The
So,
entrance door to the Maison de Métayer. It's really close by.
So nice.
yeah, because lots of people lived in this environment to service the space and to, you know, prepare things. Guests have their own sort of wing where they wouldn't necessarily be, you know, right all up in the Lord and Ladies room. So, yeah, thank you for those pictures. It's beautiful.
And here I'm going to just show you the ground floor because then you get an idea that is a bit more connecting. So you enter here. On the website, there's this picture with a bike standing in a corridor, and then in the back you see the stairs. So this is where you enter. And to the left, there's this huge kitchen with the long table and the big fireplace.
Beautiful.
That picture with the table, is that the one on the website for the Maison de Métier, the shared kitchen? Okay, thank you.
Yes, exactly. And to the right, there's a small living room with a sofa for reading. And then here in the back is one of the single rooms. The blue single room is here. And they all look out into the green or onto the Hameau de Cypres. There's these few houses that also belong to the chateau.
Yeah, like where the stables were for
So
the horses.
it's a nice view. It's a calm view. It has its own bathroom. And yeah, you obviously have access to all these extra spaces here. Then going up the stairs, we have to the right, the twin suite, where you have the one room in the front, and then you have the bathroom in the center and the second room in the back. And then to the left, there's the grande chambre, called that because it's a big room.
It's really huge. It's like I think 40 or 50 square meter, like 400
It's taking up the whole floor from front to back.
Yeah. And the thing is that why we thought also of like having tickets that are not that are like
a bit more
lower in the
affordable
price. Yeah,
let's say
yeah. Big and for people who can't afford like more expensive tickets, and then there it could be easy to share because it's so much space in the room, and it has the I mean, we've been speaking about the bathrooms before, but this is really the best bathroom of all. So like the people who share this area, they have the best bathroom, and it's yeah, it can be up to 4 people in this room. Depends on how many will book.
And the bed in the center was just painted in like this in the floor plan, but it can be separated, so it's not sharing.
So there could be 4 individual beds in
There'll
this.
be 4 individual beds.
And all beds, like all the single beds, they are real beds. They are not like a mattress on the floor or whatever. Or like
not a folding bed either.
No.
They're really quality beds.
They're real beds, and so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as a yogi, I've been to lots of different retreats where you have like dormitory style rooms where it's literally bunk beds. So it's so nice to know that you can have this big spaciousness with this beautiful private bathroom, even with the shared space with our friends. That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's very, for those that feel often that it can be like stuffy in old houses, this is not the case in this room. It's really airy and bright and yeah. And then last floor under the roof in the attic, there's 2 more single rooms. Those are the ones with the orange wall. The pictures are quasi non-discernible. They look the same because they really are the same, just mirrored.
It's mirrored back to, okay, got it.
They also have a window, like this room here has a window in the roof.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you
like a big skylight that comes in.
Yeah, it has a skylight, exactly. Yeah. And this room looks out into the greenery again.
And this has got the peaked roof because it's up in the top of the attic, right? So it's got that beautiful.
So that's really your cozy retreat.
It's really cozy, but
they're very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything is there that you need.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
And that's at the very top of that floor. Beautiful. So you get the best view, obviously, as well.
We have the suite. The other one was taken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the Maison du Métayer. Coming back to the pictures. So this was the single room on the ground floor.
Okay.
Front here would be the exit. On the other side of the stairs, there's the kitchen.
Huge kitchen.
And then going 1 floor up, that is the twin suite with the bedroom and the living room. And this is the bed.
Yeah.
That can be.
So that sofa makes into its own bed.
So that's 2 beds stacked.
With 2 separate beds.
Others. Yeah, they are stacked.
Okay.
So one bed will be half of this. And yeah, it's clever. It's like you can stack them and then you have a sofa, or you can put them apart and then you have two beds.
As there is only one person staying in there, it will be
It'll be the
looking
sofa.
like a regular
Yeah.
bed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then
It's the single rooms, right?
then we have the grande chambre, where it's a bit confusing that it looks like one big bed, but it will be apart.
Separate beds. Okay. So this is the part where there's the four.
Yeah. Three
Yeah,
in
exactly.
there and then
Big-
another one in the other room. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's the huge bathroom for the four people sharing.
I love
With
that
It's a
giant
round bath tube. It's like a, is it? Oh, it's oval.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
oval.
oval. Yeah,
Mm.
beautiful.
And then that's the cozy ones upstairs. This is the room with the skylight.
nice, yeah, ceiling. Yeah.
So you see it here on the wall.
Perfect picture, of course.
The Arne Jacobsen that. And then here you see the view
Mhm.
out into the countryside.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to be there. It's going to be because September is such a beautiful time in
Yeah.
France because it's
Sibyl said her favorite months are May and September.
Yes.
because
in
the weather
terms
is
of
so
nature,
generous
the
and
weather.
warm and lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what do we have?
So that's the Maison de Mété. Now you've seen all the
We can
rooms.
show overall photos, maybe not some,
Mm.
here
So
these.
let's maybe show like a couple of the pictures that you want to share, and then I'd really like to also kind of open up for some Q&A. So,
Yeah, sure.
oh, this is the dining room, right?
Yes, this is
This
like
is
on
the
the left,
dining
this
room.
is the dining room. On the right, you can also see the tapestry. And this is really, it was restored from an artist, I don't know, 2 years ago or so, maybe. So, and it's really colorful. So, yeah, it's well done. Like the restoration work is incredible.
And at the back here, there's first a study, or maybe it was called the chess room, the
Yeah,
tiny
yeah.
study.
So we can
And
use it.
then, yeah, we can use it. And then in the back, there's the library. Yet
With
again,
a
with
fireplace.
a functioning fireplace. Yeah.
And then
So one of the things we're going to be doing for the groups as well is, we'll be having sort of planned, group activities like morning workshops or, morning practice, and then we'll have lunch, and then we'll have an afternoon practice. But after dinner, we have these really beautiful cozy spaces. So I'm sort of thinking like, these sort of, we're calling them like fireside chats, where we either get to kind of download what's been going on for the day, open up some sort of deeper practice that's really kind of nice to do in the evening before bed, like perhaps yoga nidra, maybe doing some of the intuitive work there, really getting also everybody to kind of practice leaning into sort of feeling their own intuitive gifts kind of being amplified by the group. So that's always really lovely things that get to be done in the evening in these kind of, cozy chambres with candles and fireplace and that sort of, bring your pillow and your pajamas and we'll have a big pajama party and I can't wait. It's going to be gorgeous.
And it's like we have these rooms where we can be together, but there are also so many rooms and spaces inside and outside and in these two buildings, so that you also can be very, very well on your own if you need to digest, or if you, I don't know, just want to wander around. There's so much place for also to explore on your own or together. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really important. Plus, then we have also all the outside spaces. So there's going to be plenty of space to journal and to really kind of.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, and here we have some garden pictures.
Stunning.
And then the lake is also funny because the lake, you know why the lake exists? The lake has only one, there's only one reason. The lake exists because the owner wanted to be like with his guests at the lake and then mirroring the chateau in the lake. That's the reason why there's a lake. It's like with the mirroring of the chateau in the lake.
It's really, really beautiful.
Yeah,
we'll definitely be having a picnic out there, right?
Yeah, you don't see it, but on the left, this green, it's much bigger in real life, but the
bush
the
is
bush
a cave.
there is actually, it's like a bamboo cove. Like you can wander inside, and then inside there's
the
like
bamboo grove.
Yeah, there's a bamboo grove.
That's not the bamboo grove,
That's
Robert.
not?
No, this is a cave that you can walk inside, and there's a fountain coming out of it. The bamboo grove is to the right, behind that.
So there's also a bamboo grove, which is very special, where we can have.
And I love the sound, like being in the sound of bamboo. All right, guys, I know we're gonna actually have another call in a few. And at another call, you're going to have some new pictures. We're going to have some new updates. But I really, really, really thank you for that. I really want to open it up for your guys' questions, because that's also what we're really here to support and supply. And I'm sure you've got lots of them. So I really want to open it up to everybody. What do you think, ladies, gentlemen? What do you guys think? I really want to hear what's happening. How are you? Hi. Tracy, let's jump in with you, darling. Oh, Robin. Yeah, I saw your fingers.
No, I was just saying, I wasn't even saying anything. I don't really have questions. I'm just,
Bringing it all in.
yeah, like figuring out how to make it all happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is why we're also glad to be having, plenty of time between now and September, so that we can really kind of make it all flow. This is a really remarkable space, and I'm just so glad you're going to be there. Tracy, I'd love to hear your thoughts, Goddess.
Hi. Well, I'm already in. I've already put my deposit in.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so I've already committed. So I am so thrilled. And actually Jessica has as well. So the two of us are in, and we're actually going to be doing the room where it's the separate rooms, but they're sharing the bathroom.
On the second floor there. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. So I mean, I just knew right away there, I happened to have a great back and forth with Kristen, and Kristen just I mean, the minute you guys mentioned it, I was like, oh yeah, because I'm part of the Tuesday Women's Circle and the beautiful weaving of energy and women. And it's so delicious. So I know the space and the experiences and the people that Kristen brings together. So yeah. And then when she gave some detail, I was like, oh, I'm in. Like, you just know when you know. So yeah, so I am so thrilled, and thank you for all of the work that you guys have been doing in our behalf already. I know it's been a lot. And I'm so grateful, and I can't wait. So I think that's all I have to share. Like, I'm so excited. Every time I would talk to Kristen, I'd be like, I can't wait. I can't wait. So yeah, so Jess and I are in.
I know.
Pushing all the chips in. So we're excited. So thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be a treat to spend that time with you too. Yay. Anybody else? Don't be shy. Ask away, or lean in, or even just make a comment. I always love hearing your thoughts.
I have a question about visa. I haven't been to France before. I go to Europe about every 3 to 4 months, but when I go to Finland, I don't need a visa. Do I need a visa?
You won't need a visa now. They've been talking about making visas for Europe, but they keep pushing it back. So as of right now, they pushed it back to 2025. So for the moment, you do not need a visa. No. So all good there.
And then in regards to travel insurance, any company we like, right? I'd rather go with AutoCloud.
Yeah, whatever company that you feel good about. Oftentimes too, like I know American Express and other credit cards will have a certain amount of travel insurance on it if you book your trip with that card. So definitely check what that is. However, sometimes it might not be kind of enough for what you really want. I always book additional insurance. It's really not that expensive, but it's like $200,000 in case you need like a helicopter to airlift you out of a, whatever. Like, it's really nice to know that you have that support.
And then one more question. We are providing our own insurance from the Toulouse airport to the Château. So we should probably make arrangements for car rental. Yes?
Yeah. So if you want to rent a car, for sure, but also, kind of like the idea of also feeling people if you want to carpool and share vehicles, it's lovely. So, we kind of want to have maybe like an opportunity for people to do that too.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll be renting a car as well.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'd be happy to share a ride if anybody wants to ride with me. No problem.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. The moment you spoke about it, it just resonated. And I think this is just an extraordinary opportunity. And I'm very grateful to all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, Faith, the moment I met you, we met at the Yoga Expo in January, and just like this heart hug, and I was like, oh my God, this woman is our tribe, guys. Like seriously, all about it. I'm just beyond thrilled that you'll be there and that we'll get a chance to really get to know you deeper and really amplify what's so yummy about you.
Thank you. I'm getting tears in my eyes just thinking about it.
I know, me too. I'm like, oh.
So thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, you already had your eye on a room that you were talking to Isabel about. So
It really doesn't matter as long as I have a private space. I don't know how if I'm saying it correctly. The Maison, any of those rooms would be fine. Yeah, thank you. I
We
would
can
like
talk together about that.
Mhm.
Which one
Yeah.
you'd like.
yeah, you guys can join in on that online. Perfect.
Isabel, but thank you. It's the one that you showed me, but I think just a little private room with a shared bathroom in the Maison de Maître would be fine.
Oh, she's
The,
got
the only one with a shared bathroom is oh no, that's two. There's the twin suite that Tracy and Jessica booked. And then there's the Grande Chambre with that's not a private space.
Mm.
So any
Okay.
other room you book will have your private bathroom.
Mhm.
Okay, thank
Sorry, you will have to have your own bathroom.
you get that own space. That's nice.
you. Okay.
Ist ein Adel verpflichtet auf Französisch?
I don't know.
Did you want to introduce yourselves maybe so we can get to know each other a little better?
Thank you, Faith. Yes, I think that's a really smart idea. And since you kicked us off, you get to start.
I live in Los Angeles, Pasadena, actually. I work in the medical field. I work with transplant patients, mostly doing diagnostic imaging. So I see a lot of trauma. I see a lot of suffering, and it's my mission in life. It really, for me, it's difficult, but it's my place in the world. And so for that reason, I do need, time off, vacation, retreats, restorative time, time and the energy that you're offering is exactly what I seek. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you for reminding me of that. You had mentioned that to me before. One of our guests who'll be coming, who's not on the call today because she's doing family constellation work as we speak right now. Louise, you guys know Louise. She also works in the transplant space. She is a kidney transplant recipient and her family has polycystic kidney disease. And so it's been a passion of hers as much as a challenge of hers. And so she also came out of the medical field. And she's now living in Costa Rica, and she's now really dedicated herself. She's actually going to come from our retreat to go directly to a conference in Turkey, where she will be speaking to the international community about the patient experience in the transplant world. So we have a lot to sort of share and download together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Thank you. Tracy had to pop off. We love you, Trace. All good to see you, goddess. Thank you for that. Yeah, Anne, hello, sweetie. It's so good to see you. You want to jump in and say hey?
Can you hear me?
Beautifully.
Okay, hi. Sorry, we're like out in Old San Juan right now. So our timing got so off. So anyway, I'm Anne. I live in Puerto Rico. I'm super excited because I actually had the honor of meeting Rob and Isabel at an unconference a couple of years ago. So it feels like really full circle to be in this retreat style experience again. That was like actually my only real experience with something like this. And I just have to say, like, the second this call started, the vibes are so high. It's like I was just filled with Reiki and just the energy of it all is so incredible. And I'm just so pumped. I like when you guys first started talking, I was like, I can feel myself there. I can feel myself in all of the spaces. So it just feels really exciting. And I could also cry. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for planning this so beautifully. And it just feels so good already.
I'm so happy. And Anne's partner, Dave, is just this delicious human being as well. So, it's also really beautiful when we get the kind of, the male and the female energy who are really working in this space. It's so powerful. And more men are waking up and coming in and leaning in. And it always adds this beautiful dimensionality to it. So I'm so excited to have you guys there as well.
We we really enjoyed the gathering last time with you and Dave. So we are very much looking forward.
And it was in a castle,
It
in the
was in a
countryside
castle.
as well.
Really?
But
Yeah.
different, very
Different
different,
castle.
very different.
The German
experience.
one, different vibe.
That's
Yeah.
a German castle, but from a guy who's like he's renting it out to Rammstein, if you know the rock and roll band, for
Oh.
example,
Rock
Yeah,
and
yeah,
roll.
sure.
and other and like stuff like this. So it's a really different level, different energy. Good, it was good, but it's very different.
I don't know where they got the rock and roll from. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So we were dancing with Anne and Dave.
Oh yeah,
so
a lot of dancing.
It was very nice.
And there will have to be dancing again.
I'm sure. Yeah, we got that big kitchen party. So, Robin, do you just want to take 2 seconds and introduce yourself since we didn't get that chance before?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Robin. I live in New Jersey. And when I did my Reiki Master training, Kristen just like made this comment about a retreat. And I was like, yeah. And like today. So, I like to talk a good game. So, I need to budget it out, but, I'm in, and that's, I keep telling people, well, I'm going to go to France in September, but yet I haven't like emotionally or mentally committed, but, no, I'm really excited. And, I can't wait to meet so many people that I see on the calls in person, but and I keep thinking, do I fly into Paris and then drive the night, take like a few extra days and drive to the 9 hours, or do I go to, I guess Barcelona's close, right? And then but then it's like, okay, how many more days do I, like I would take a month, but I don't have a month.
Well, as someone who will be taking the month, I absolutely, I hear that and I feel that. Look, there's lots of options and there's really no wrong answer. And that's the good
Right.
news. However
Yeah.
you do it, there's no wrong answer. And,
Right.
and this is what we talk about on the Reiki calls as well. So I'll just remind you what you already know, is that when we set our intention, we don't have to know the how or the
Right.
when, but we just have to know that it is.
Right.
So that you've already been claiming the what is. It's like you start kind of creating the framework and the network that suddenly it melds together. And I can't tell you the number of people that I hear all the time who are like, the moment I said this and the universe came up and I got a check for exactly that amount, or my job offered me exactly the thing. Like, I can't tell you why it works, guys. I just know it does. So take it to the bank, trust yourself, put plant the flag in your heart and,
Right.
and manifest it. And then there's no wrong answer. You'll get there the way you want to get there.
Right.
I will be flying into Paris early because I used to live there and I want to take my daughter is coming, my 18-year-old daughter, 18 and a half daughter is coming. She'll be our team photographer. So, it's mostly an excuse for mama, and I'm going to cry because when I was her age, I was living in Paris. And so I just want to show her what her mommy grew up in, right? And then we'll be taking the train. We'll be kind of traveling our way down. We'll be in the area a little bit early. Actually, my dear friend Wendy, some of you know Wendy, she'll be coming with me as well. And Wendy has a whole connection to Lourdes. So I'm not all about Lourdes personally, but she's really, so we're going to actually take a few days ahead of the event. We're going to go to Lourdes. So if any of you, if that sparks anything for you, just know that we'll be there a few days early doing that. So you can sort of, coordinate with me if that's something that's meaningful for you.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing Lourdes ahead of time, and then we'll be kind of popping in, and then I'll be staying around for a little while after that as well, because
Right.
while you're there, you're there.
Right. So my sister I know Kristen through Wendy, who is a very good friend of my sister's, and my sister's mad that she's not going to come. And she's like, I said, well, you need to be a Reiki. And she goes, I'll go get it.
Well, she
I'll
can
go get my
Reiki.
Reiki.
She could become a Reiki on the trip. So we're actually going to be doing some Reiki work and Reiki download. So those of you who are already Reiki, you'll get like an amplification of your practice. And those of you that's your first time, it'll be talk about what a gentle, delicious amplification. Like there's no better place. Bella, yeah, I see Isabel. You got something you want to say, my love? Oh, Robert, of course.
I
Sorry.
just wanted to say to Robin that do the visualization and everything and trust it. But if you want to like on the real, you can just chat with me for finding the best place to go. You know, we can help you with this process, like Barcelona or Paris or Toulouse or whatever. So yeah, if you need
Dr. Rob. Yeah.
any ping pong on traveling, then just here we are.
Ping him,
Yeah, ping me.
Yeah.
and he'll pong you.
I pong back.
Yeah, and you guys should all have the info@sacredcircles.com email. If you send that, it comes to all three of us. So you can, say, hey, Rob, I have some questions for you, and he can absolutely get back to you. He can also connect with you on WhatsApp if you wanted to kind of, get a little bit sort of more deeper conversation. I know I'm volunteering Rob's time. Not that he has all that much of it, but
He has a thing about WhatsApp. That's the thing.
I know.
Only person
Sorry.
in the world why he would ever go on WhatsApp.
I know, but see, now you have a reason, and then, All right, cool. Let's jump in. Kath, do you want to just say hi for a second and just introduce yourself, my darling? So good to see you here.
Sorry, I couldn't find the cursor to unmute myself. Hi, Rob. So nice to meet you, Isabel.
Nice to meet you.
I'm really excited about this. I hope I can make it fly financially. You know what? I'm really, I can see myself there. And, I know what a special experience this will be, but I have a great deal of trepidation about getting myself from here to there and figuring out. I would prefer not to have to do the whole thing solo. So I'm hoping that as we get more down the road, those of us that are traveling from the LA area or even, anywhere in the US, like, is there a way for us to sort of coordinate so that we're not just like, like 20 people making their individual way?
Absolutely. Thank you for that. You're 100% right. And it's really, really important. So again, I'm going to direct you to Rob for that. We'll have him be sort of like the depot on that because he's really, really good with these logistics. And yes, we'll create, whether it's, flying into an airport together so that people can travel together, or it's even kind of, navigating, like I'll meet up here with you in Toulouse or whatever. We'll definitely work that out. No one should ever feel for a second that you have to do this on your own. We are definitely here to kind of concierge you through the practice. So I'm really glad for that request, Goddess.
Yeah,
sure.
and I just had another couple quick questions, like which airport is the closest to the chateau? Like where should we be aiming ourselves at?
It's Toulouse.
Toulouse is the closest.
Okay,
and
then
another airport that is called Carcassonne, but there's very few flights going there, and you want to have the least amount of changes, so it's Toulouse.
Toulouse. Okay, and then from there to the chateau, how much time is that for travel?
It's
like. Do you know it?
Yeah, I know it.
Actually,
I've written it all down in the FAQ on the website.
Oh, okay.
Put it all together there for you to review. I think it's like an hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour by car from Toulouse to the Château. You remember what Rob said earlier? Wherever you want to go, 50 minutes? 50.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So it's very close. And again, once we know everyone's schedule, we can certainly then work out the carpooling and like, hey, we're going to have someone's leaving the airport at noon, who's around, we can kind of make that work. We don't, again.
We will also have like, we will also have like a WhatsApp group or whatever for everyone who joined, so that you can also like coordinate with each other. For sure.
We'll be there to assist you. So
for sure.
We're not going to leave you waiting at the airport. So just we'll coordinate, we'll help everybody to get there. I mean, for us, it's around the corner, but it's not for you. So we very much understand how that feels.
Yeah.
We're going to help you.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And again, thank you for reminding us, everything's on the FAQ. And if it's not on the FAQ, we'll add it to the FAQ. So
and Robin has a question.
Robin.
Right?
No, I mean, it can be answered later, but when I was looking at flights, it looked like to go to Toulouse, you fly into Paris and then there's a layover, right? So that's why I started thinking maybe like why not enjoy France for an extra 2 days? Like you could take the train, that's where, and then it started getting bigger from that.
Then you're like,
now
I can go to Germany. Yeah. So absolutely. There is, if you just wanted to, let's say you wanted to go into Paris, because also this will be right after the Paris Olympics.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to see Paris as she's not been probably this beautiful in 50 years. Okay, honestly, they're
It will be
cleaning
very
up the
polished.
Seine, the metro. I mean, everything is going to be spick and span. Plus, all the tourists will have left. So you can spend a couple of days there. There is a train that comes down. Even if you want to take a direct train, it's like 2.5 hours. It's not that there's like a bullet train. So the trains in Europe are so nice compared to, you know, the craziness you're used to on the East Coast, right? So it's yeah, it's really, really easy. And again, we can work all that out with you specifically and kind of help you navigate what makes the most sense. And again, some of us will already be on the ground early in different places. So even if you got there like, no, one of us is going to be on the continent to help answer the questions as well.
So I wanted to add one thing, if anybody's concerned about the flight cost. I found a round trip flight for those dates, well, actually with one additional date, for less than $800 on Air Canada. So check out Air Canada. Okay.
Yeah. Air Canada is
Nice.
great. I found a few different airlines right now, like, yeah, around 800. Some of them,
I was surprised.
I
I
know,
thought it would
and
be higher. Yeah.
yeah, it's great. And I think you change into Montreal or something, right?
Yeah, Montreal. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great flight. My daughter did that one last year. It's a great flight.
Mhm.
It's super easy. Air Canada's lovely. So yeah, it's a direct flight to Montreal, a couple hours layover, and then direct into Paris. And then again, you can take the train, or you get like a little. It's the sort of like intercontinental flights. They're really inexpensive, $100 sometimes, you know, to fly from like Paris to, you know, Rome or something. So there's lots of options there. Thank you for that, Faith. Yeah, and again, buy your tickets now. So that way, A, your frequent flyer miles are already working for you, and B, you get the best price guarantee for sure.
I have one more question. It's much cheaper to rent a car for a week than it is for 6 days. So if we need an additional night, is that possible to stay an additional night at the Château?
Good question.
Yes.
Yeah, it depends on if she has a wedding or something on the weekend, but we check.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know which it is. But yeah, we know
Yeah.
that the weekend before we come, there's a wedding and then it's privatized. But that's the
Oh,
weekend
sure, sure.
before.
Before,
So-
yeah.
Oh, how
So the
about-
day after should be fine.
We will,
Yeah.
yeah, it should be fine. We're also
Okay,
staying one more
thank
night.
Check it.
So it won't be
Yes.
privatized on
we're
that
also
night.
staying one more night.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's fine. Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Good to know.
I'll likely be staying another night or two as well. So yeah, really good question.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
just Googled the distance from Toulouse to Château de Cipre, and by bike it's only 4 hours 50. So
Bye bye.
Our bicycles.
it's with the car it's 1 hour 20. So
Speaking of bikes,
So what,
you have
why don't you
bikes?
just let us know about walking? Why are we
Yeah, we
walking?
can do that.
it's 19 hours.
Horseback is,
90.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
speaking of bikes, you have bikes at the Château?
There are a few, but certainly not for everybody, but they have bikes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect. Sue, we haven't heard from you, Goddess. How are you?
Hi, everyone. First of all, Rob and Isabel, you should be in real estate. I would buy anything you were trying to sell me. I don't want to go there. I want to live there.
You and me both.
It's 6
Same
million.
here.
6 million.
Okay, no problem. I live in Los Angeles. I'm a children's book author, and I'm subversively slipping messages of kindness and inclusivity into children, you know, starting kindergarten age. So that's my lot in life, my joy. I am going to be in Oxford at a writing retreat, and so I just have to see, because the retreat ends 2 days after yours begins. So I would miss the first couple of days, and I'm traveling with my best friend who would come with me. So I just have to see how the stars align and what that would look like, and if you have room for late arrivals, either in one of those 2 buildings, or if there were room in the third, or just some things for me to sort out and see. But it sounds amazing, and I'm taking a yoga teacher training, so I'm new to Kristen's vortex of love here.
Oh my God, the vortex of love. Come on. You're the best. Yeah, absolutely. I know Rob and Isabel will take a peek at that. I saw Rob making a note. So yeah, thank you for reminding us of your dates. And there's always a workaround. I am the queen of the workaround, and there's always a way through and a win-win. So yeah, Robin is
Work around with the vortex of love.
we'll have to put that somewhere. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you for that, guys. I know, and you'll be coming like so like juicy and full of all of your creative, you know, goodness, and you'll get to kind of sprinkle that through everyone here. I mean, again, when you guys are in community, what you share benefits you at a higher octave and benefits the group in a way that is just like exponential. And again, I'm going to cry. So really, really, really beautiful. Thank you for that, Sue. I can't wait to see you there as well, Goddess. All right, any other questions? I know we went a couple minutes long, and I really like to be respectful of your time. Any other questions, burning ideas you have at the moment?
No.
All right, cool. Again, you have our email. And again, any specific questions, you're welcome to kind of write it in the hey, this is for Isabel, this is for Rob. And let us know. We are here to be, as I said, your concierge team to help make this seamless and easy and like a hell yeah. Because again, this is I've done a lot of retreats, and I have never done a retreat like this. And this is like just what Sue said, like I want to live this way. And because I want to live this way, I'm so glad to, you know, to be doing this with you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Rob, Isabel, anything you want to say as we come to completion?
No, I'm just also getting, you know, like, yeah, emotional because yeah, I'm looking so much forward, and thank you. Oh, and yeah, I'm just grateful, you know, also doing this with you, Kristen. I mean, I joined the Reiki group 2 years ago and transformed and healed so much, and I'm happy to create something for the community, and I'm so looking forward to see all of you, like Kathy, Robin, Anne, Dave, Kristen. What's this?
Time.
11, yeah, the 1111. No, it's the magic number. I know it's the beginning number of like when you see the ones, it's like the beginning, like you're getting ready to start going. So it's perfect timing.
Oh, we're so ready to go. I can't wait.
So yeah, just grateful and excited.
Just get on a plane. We're there next week. You can come. $800. Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much. This will be,
Thank you, everyone.
recording will be put up somewhere on the website so that, you know, you can kind of come back and refer to any questions or ideas. But again, let us be of service. I want to thank you all for your incredible time and energy and heart. And I just want to thank all of your team, your mentors, masters, loved ones, and angelic beings of the highest light who are not just sitting on your shoulders, but who are burgeoning within your heart and who are leading you forward. Please always know how loved, how honored, how safe, how on time you actually are. It is finished in beauty. It is finished in beauty. It is finished in beauty. Thank you so much for playing, and I can't wait to hug you all in person very soon. Blessings. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.